right. Welcome back to another episode of the JSPT podcast. Just some people talking. Today we got me, Josh, Aaron,
Yeah.
and Marion again.
Howdy.
Uh, got a few topics today, so we're gonna let Marion talk about some of them. They are a few from the NBA, a few from just some real life stuff going on. So, what's the first one you guys want to talk about?
All right. So, this one is, I guess, the most urgent since it's like just happened within the past couple hours. Kevin Hart got in a fucking car wreck. So, from what I know and from what's like being released so far that I've seen last, is that it was his car. He had just posted about it actually, I think, on Instagram earlier today. It's like a new car. I think it was like a little birthday gift or something like that he got for himself apparently. It's just like 1970 muscle car, something. I don't fucking know cars. But it's really nice. And I think it was him, his homie, and maybe his girl, his wife or something, maybe. Were all taking a ride, going somewhere. I have no idea. And Kevin was in the passenger seat. And his homie was driving. And long story short, yeah, they just got in a fucking fucked up car wreck and they swerved off the road and ended up falling in a ditch. Like the car like fell in a ditch off the side of the road. And the way it's kind of being reported right now is that, well, for one, Kevin's okay. He's already undergone back surgery. And but when it first happened, it was described as him and another passenger having like very not very like life threatening, but like very noteworthy like back injuries due to the car crash. But then afterwards it came out that like Kevin was able to get out of the car. Him and the other the other two passengers weren't able to get out of the car. And Kevin was able to get out of the car and actually like walk home apparently and proceed to get help. So, and I'd imagine like the first thing that you worry about when it comes to like back injuries, you just think like a motherfucker's like spine is just like gone. So you're like,
Right.
oh shit. You're like, is Kevin fucked? But he walked home, so and his wife has come out and like already tweeted out or something to fans and everything, just like he's doing okay, or we're all doing okay. We're just trying to figure out the logistics and we'll get back to everybody later. But yeah, kind of wild because I don't know, like he's such a good dude and everything, and it's just crazy how shit just happened to anybody.
They got him to a hospital fast, though. That's good.
Yeah,
within hours.
I mean, lucky that he's rich. If that was a brand new car that he just fucking got destroyed.
Lucky that he's rich that he got to the hospital as well. Like,
yeah,
when does that happen to people? They just go straight and get you straight into surgery.
Yeah, when you're rich.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, well, when you get put in like a thing where it could be potentially life threatening, they always push you forward.
That is true.
But
I mean, if he walked home, I don't think it was life threatening though, right?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm really trying to think.
But they did describe his injuries. So what I'm guessing is not much blunt trauma, probably mainly like big ass cuts and gashes, maybe. That's what I'm thinking, and to stop the bleeding or something. Because I don't know, it's really weird. Like if it's the sort of thing, I mean, I know Kevin's a bit of a badass. He's kind of like really dove into like fitness and general wellness really deep, but a car wreck's a car wreck, and for him to hoof it home, but it also depends on how far he was from home. He might have even been that far.
Imagine his fucking friend crashes the car like 30 seconds outside of his house.
Yeah, I mean, like, exactly. So I don't know. We'll get the details or whatever. But also apparently like a police report already like came out and said that like, yeah, his friend was under the influence and everything, which is also interesting to me too. Like They had this nigga do a breathalyzer, and he's like potentially like paralyzed. He's like, wait, come here with your black ass. I gotta make sure you weren't drunk before you go to the hospital. I don't know.
Oh,
This whole thing is kind of like it's
that's
kind of all
pretty
over the place.
fucking stupid. To drive under the
It
influence
is,
ever.
Well, but he wasn't. He wasn't high.
Oh,
yeah,
That's
okay.
good.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
even being sleepy, just crazy.
being sleepy is also not okay. Like I feel dumb playing video games sometimes. I'm like nodding and shit. I'm like, oh, yo, my KD. I'm fucking playing like ass. So imagine driving your car.
Yeah,
Honestly, that shit's the scariest, bro. Because you can drive tired, you can't drive sleepy. If you're sleepy, like it's over.
Nodding
yeah.
and shit is like, no, you need to
Yeah,
just
that
pull over,
shit's
take a nap on the side of the road, bro, for like
honestly,
an
yeah.
hour.
That's why
I
it's
was
there.
in a
Just take a little
shuttle.
nap.
I was in a shuttle in the oh god, Costa Rica? No, whatever country is near Nicaragua. Holy shit, I feel dumb. But I was in a shuttle, and the fucking guy was nodding off in the thing, and it swerved just a little bit, and then he woke up again. And was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Yeah.
Oh,
When my uncle was still alive, he like some of the kidney pills, something he was taking for his kidneys.
make him
Uh,
drowsy.
it made him drowsy, and they told me to ride with him to another state. We were going to Indiana, and he swerved. He swerved on our way there, and I at first I was like, "Yo, you good?" Like I was like, "I can drive." He's like, "No, I'm fine. I'm up. I'm up. I'm fine." So we got there. It was all good. When we were
Yeah.
leaving, I decided to take a nap because we just ate some good food. Dumbest thing I ever did. This mug hit the car that was like he rammed into the car that was in front of us. He fell asleep and
Jesus,
ran just that fast, bro. I probably was asleep for a good 2 minutes before he did it.
damn.
And then we ended up getting stuck there for the day almost. That had me all types of heated.
That's the thing too about being tired. Like you're always convincing yourself that you're not because you're not aware of these like brief 2 to 5 second lapses in your consciousness. Like they just
Yeah.
don't register to you as anything that you should really give a shit about. But you're moving like 60 plus miles an hour, and suddenly 2 seconds drags you 300 feet.
I think
And
being a gamer has made me very aware of that, and that's probably why I would never play no games like that when driving or something, because I'll be playing thinking I'm good. Next thing you know, I open my eyes again and I'm dead, and like everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, I was out."
yeah,
I was out for like
Yeah.
15 seconds just now. What the fuck? I did
See, that's true.
like I'm just like running a loose strike. Next thing you know, I'm just dead. And like I've been dead for like a couple seconds. I was like, oh wow, whoopsies.
I've
Like
had that happen a couple times. Be in a game and just be sleep. Like I lay
yeah.
my head down on the desk. I'd be tired and lay my head
Now,
down. And I'm like,
bro, not even lay my head down. I'll literally still have my mouse in my hand still. Everything's
yeah.
still where it
that used to
was.
happen to me when
I
I was
just
younger.
I just lapse and then I come back and like I kind of like raise my head out of my neck like a turbo. I'm just like, oh wait, I'm up. And then like, no, I'm dead. I done died already in the game. I done blew it. Yeah.
I wonder, is it about time we all start getting Teslas?
Uh,
Why you
no.
say that?
They drive for us. I mean,
Oh,
about that time now.
Okay, firstly, I don't trust Elon Musk's technology to fucking do anything. And
It drives
secondly,
itself, bro.
everybody's
Drives
going to have a
itself.
self-driving car soon. I'd rather have Toyota, who even their incidents, like when they had their runaway, constantly
Brakes?
accelerating, the cars that
Brake
would just
problems.
accelerate and wouldn't fucking stop. I'd rather have that than Elon
The
Musk's
Elon, no,
fucking Tesla.
Elon Musk. What's wrong with my man's?
Yeah, I've
Fuck
only heard good
Musk.
things about his stuff.
I've only heard really good things about the Tesla.
In
What's wrong with him?
in relation to its driving, its self-driving.
Yeah, I saw
No,
someone think
I'm talking about just his stuff in general. I've never heard
Oh,
anything bad about Elon other
the
than like,
self the
didn't
self
he get
driving. I
like
heard good things.
hair implants or something? It just isn't like bad. I just saw like a before and after picture, and I was like, oh wow.
there's some like
Okay.
anti-union stuff. There's some memey shit.
I
You
mean,
smoke
in
weed with Joe
general,
There's
I've
Rogan.
seen.
there's that thing that he did by calling that fucking guy who was helping. You remember the story about the God, were they Thai or Vietnamese? I forget. But there were kids trapped in the cage, and then the guy was trying to help. He just calls him a pedophile for like no reason. Well, there was a reason. The reason being that there was no possible way that a grown man can be in Vietnam without that being the reason. Like just really unnecessary shit.
But does that mean he can't design a car?
I
Yeah, I
mean,
was
he
gonna say his
can't.
cars. I've heard good things about the car, man.
I don't think he designs anything personally. His
What
Mm,
money came from PayPal, right?
is
It's
that
not
where
I
like
don't
Elon
know.
Musk came from?
I
it's
don't
not
know.
like
I don't know
his
nothing about the Musk.
it's not like his fortune came from being a fucking super genius like he's portrayed either, which is also fucking obnoxious, but I guess not necessarily his fault in particular.
Yeah.
But
So he's kind of like a Steve Jobs.
yeah, like Steve Jobs, like,
He
most
put
of
the plan
Apple's
together. He could put the plan together, but he's not,
yeah,
really
he's not
intricate.
Einstein, basically. Like
Yeah.
Einstein got the theory of relativity down. Steve Jobs was just like, hey, I know how to put this government funded research to work to make a pretty cool device.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well,
yeah.
maybe
We'll do a Elon Musk episode.
Oh fuck no.
at some point,
But
yeah, man. I mean, he owns a bunch of businesses, bro.
we'll call it the Muskie
Oh, that
episode.
too. His fucking like ideas that he just pulls out of his ass that are so old that get media
I feel like you an
attention.
Elon Musk hater. Are you an Elon Musk hater?
I'm a hater of a lot of things, but usually justifiably so. Like his fucking hyperloop, his fucking his fucking idea to make the car tunnels that will essentially put your cars on rails and ride them around so that you don't need trains. Uh the hyperloop and that thing are two different things, by the way. Uh like just this stupid shit, and then pop science places will pick it up and go, "Oh my god, look at this! Isn't this revolutionary?" It's like, no, this idea is fucking as fundamentally stupid as building a chocolate house in the desert.
I guess.
Like,
All
how
right.
many times do you want to change your fucking tire because you're moving at 100 miles per hour every single
Yeah,
day?
yeah. That's something that I've like thought about with like when people talk about, oh, we like there's different possibilities to like have cars move long distances really, really fast. That puts a lot of strain on the vehicle. They're gonna have to get new parts and get new fucking tires all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we do a Musk episode, then I'll have all my fucking papers and I'll come prepared.
Yeah, we'll
But
probably do that. We'll do a Aaron versus Elon episode. But speaking about celebrities and just wild shit in general, DeMarcus Cousins is dead ass on the run.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
bro, like what? So the first thing was like he threatened his girl. No. Actually, he's just having a rough like summer in general
I
because
feel bad.
he pops his knee walking through the
ow.
crib or some shit, right?
not
Or was
not
it at
during a game.
practice?
Oh
Oh,
no, boy. He was he like I thought no, he was training. He said. He said.
That nigga was probably having
he
sex.
said.
He
Probably was
said.
fucking and tore his shit up. Right, and this is like after just having a career of just injuries, Aaron. Like this nigga just be getting hurt, but he's good. But he's be getting hurt.
He's
He
the Deku of basketball. Just
Except he doesn't have the same personality as Deku.
Nah, he's
he's a
more
dick.
Brad. He's like Bakugo, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's an
He just gets
asshole. So
hurt.
like this shit is coming back to get him. So, and this is what happens when you fucking go ring hopping, chasing teams and switching teams for a ring, nigga. So anyway, he fucking gets out of bed in like August or like July, like fucks his knee up. But there's a silver lining of this summer. He's getting married. But guess what? His baby mama don't want to let the kid come to the wedding. So he calls the bitch. He's like, "Hey, yo, bitch, I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you if you don't let my son come to my wedding." She's like, "Oh,
Damn.
word, nigga? Okay, he'll be there. And the police will be at your house next month." And so his son got to come to the wedding, I assume.
How old is the son? Do you know?
I don't fucking know. I don't care either. And then from there, there's a warrant out for his arrest because of the domestic thing with the whole talking crazy over the phone and threatening old girl. I think like did he actually threaten to shoot her or kill
Yeah,
her? Something.
he
That's what I've
threatened
seen the
to put a
reports
bullet
as.
in her head.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. That's sniper shit.
Well, you don't know. It could be just like
I
putting
thought
it
it
in
was
her
just
mouth.
talk, man. I thought
Yeah.
it was talk, man. But You can't talk like that when you're famous.
You can't talk like that on the phone while you famous.
Can't
The
talk like
fuck?
that at all,
She
really.
got that on the
No,
phone. That's the
not
messed
true.
up part.
I done told many a niggas out. Never mind. I ain't say nothing.
If it would have been now, who did I talk to? Someone I was talking to said if it had been text, they could, he could act like he got hacked.
Yeah, it wasn't him. It wasn't me.
I'm sure there's some way a lawyer could spin it like, haha, it was satire. DeMarcus is just a really shit comedian, but like, damn, if it
It
was
don't
Oh
matter at
satire.
this
no,
point.
no,
Man's
no.
is
I don't think he actually get in trouble. Probably gonna be some out of court settlement. He gonna have to give the chick some extra child support. That's all that is. That's what I think he's gonna really go to.
nah, they getting extra now. We got people really shooting people, so they're just gonna do some extra shit.
True.
How does the NBA usually handle stuff like this? Because I know the NFL occasionally decides to have a conscience when it comes to like domestic abuse or domestic
The
violence
NBA
subjects.
the NBA is kind of hard because the NBA don't have these issues. Niggas who play ball aren't crazy like football players. Niggas who play ball tend to know how to behave.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing for NBA players be like, all right, this nigga was smoking weed, and that's like one player every like 5 years gets drafted and he's a pothead. Like it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, it's like NBA players tend to keep their shit under control. It's
I mean,
mainly
back
like
in the '80s, maybe not.
yeah. Back in the '80s, actually, there was a couple of niggas who was wild and stuff, all off and on court. But yeah, the NBA has gotten much better at that. Whereas football niggas, I mean, I don't blame them. All them niggas got brain damage. They don't know how to act. Y'all don't know what to do. Y'all don't know what's right or wrong. Like
Yeah.
they go home to play with their kids and they still think they on the field. So whoop that little nigga ass. So,
Like
but
the
yeah,
fucking
so
Punisher. Like
there's
the
a whole ass warrant out on DeMarcus's fucking arrest, like for his ass, and it's been over a week. So at this point, nigga, you could have been turning yourself in. This nigga on the run,
Yeah, he ain't trying to get
and
turned in.
I don't know where his 7 foot, 250 pound, 280 pound ass is gonna hide.
Especially with one leg.
Yeah, exactly. Or one leg hopping around, big ass. Okay.
just cosplay as like a palm tree. Just wait it out.
Yeah, that motherfucker. God bless DeMarcus. But do you know who has even had a worse summer? Or I guess seems like maybe like a decade. fucking Delonte West is homeless and shit. So this picture came out of former NBA player Delonte West, who the nigga is just like the dude that was seen in the street looks like a victim of the current opioid crisis and looks like a zombie and has the exact same tattoos as Delonte and looks like Delonte had he like started sucking dick for crack. And yeah, it's like, damn, Delonte, you done fell off hard.
Man, this
And
LeBron.
the first thing I thought of, I was like, yo, that was that nigga LeBron. Because Aaron, you probably don't know this.
No.
Delonte West wasn't a big name player, but he was on LeBron James's team when LeBron first came in the league. LeBron joined the league right out of high school, so he was very young when he came in. And you also probably don't know that LeBron's mom, no disrespect to you, LeBron, I have all the respect in the world for you, but LeBron's mom, like she had him young. I feel like now she's probably grown the same as LeBron has grown, due to like money and having the opportunity to self-educate. But at the time, she was still a very young mom, kind of reckless in some ways, not perfect. No one's perfect. And she decided that it was okay to date a nigga on LeBron's team. And that nigga happened to be Delonte West.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not okay. That's not okay, ma. Like
That's super
you don't do
weird.
that. You don't do that, So she's fucking LeBron's teammate, who also is not a big name player. So it was like LeBron coming into the league as a high schooler was already a way bigger name than Delonte West was. So yeah, that's just wild. And I think Delonte lasted only a couple years maybe on the team. Then he got
LeBron
moved
got
off
him
the
out. They got him
team.
shift.
Yeah, like because LeBron, he came in and performed from his rookie year, and he probably was a thing where like LeBron, and that might have been what started LeBron's supposed habit of picking and choosing teammates and really pushing managers and team GMs and stuff to get players that he wants. Otherwise, he's not gonna be happy. That might have started that whole practice of his that is alleged because we really don't know. But I think it's kind of obvious that LeBron be pulling strings in places that players don't always get a chance to. And yeah, that nigga Delonte got off that team because I'd imagine LeBron wasn't having it. And I think he hopped around for a little bit and then he just ended up out the league, right?
Yeah. I
And now he
mean, it
playing a
was.
whole new game. He playing the
Crack skip ball.
yep.
Oh, that was bad.
That was awful. But yeah, he's playing a whole new game, bro. And God bless Delonte West. But that's what happens when you fuck with LeBron, nigga. You almost like a dick for chump change now.
I mean, if
The
that's how
best
we're
player
gonna
in the
end,
league, man.
that's how we're gonna end both of these NBA stories. We'll just say God bless the NBA players. They're
God bless the
trying.
NBA players that can't keep it together because all of them do. But for the couple that can't, it's like, what the fuck did you do wrong?
Yeah.
AI bounced back. AI spent like all his money on like partying and shit. Even he doing good now.
Yeah,
True.
it's really interesting when people
Like it's
who
really
are
hard to
super
be an
rich
NBA
go
player.
broke.
Yeah, and it's like you know me like you see it in a lot of sports, but NBA players they generally have been like actually pretty good at like maintaining a life after. But I don't know, whatever. Like I said, God bless them niggas. So
I feel bad for him.
I feel bad that the picture of him went trending. Like, you know, it's like now niggas know like this nigga homeless. Like motherfuckers gonna be looking for him, like just to clown him.
Yeah, being homeless and famous at the same time.
It's not lit. That seems like an awful combination.
Yeah, it seems like it'd be okay in like the beginning, but or like maybe not in the beginning, but like during the day, but like at night, it's like being famous in prison. Like, I don't know.
Speaking of disasters, there's a whole ass hurricane. Right now, I think wrecking the Bahamas. The name is Dorian, right? I'm saying that right?
Yeah, Hurricane Dorian. It's actually at Florida now, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It's like sweeping past Florida. And then it's going to do a very nice turn up and around the entire East Coast without really touching most of it directly over the next couple of days. I think by Friday it'll be by New York, and then by Saturday I think it'll be out in the ocean over by where Maine is.
Okay. What category is it now?
I think it was category 4. I think it was 5 briefly. I saw some news reports, or maybe that people were speculating it would be 5, but I think right now it's 4. So pretty damn strong, but
Yeah,
it's not directly hitting a place, kind of like how Katrina just slam jammed right into New Orleans.
Yeah, and Sandy like dove on the New York's head.
Oh yeah, Sandy hit pretty hard too.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's good. I ain't gonna have to, or we ain't gonna have to do no sort of survival of the fittest thing over here.
Yeah, Sandy was not fun. I mean, it's obviously worse in Florida because places are like actually flooded and destroyed, but that mild inconvenience to me before was really hard, guys. You don't understand, Floridians.
Yeah,
I was a little
New Yorker. My life is good. I'm not used to natural disasters.
I was a little wet, all right?
Man, they gonna be underwater when?
I give it like 30 years before beachfront property starts getting suspiciously inexpensive.
What, in New York?
Oh, in Florida.
In Florida.
Oh, Florida. Yeah.
Oh, for New York?
New York's finna be Atlantis.
They're gonna let fucking Florida just sink, but New York, they're gonna start putting up walls. Like they're not letting this fucking place go down without a fight.
Yeah, they already started the building like a seawall or some shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, what they can always do, I'd imagine. I'm not sure. All right, so if
Is
anybody
Trump doing this for y'all? Who decided this?
It's not a sea, bro. It's the walls to keep out.
Y'all making a levy.
Disasters. Trump doesn't care about fighting natural disasters. Actually, the nigga pulled $155 million out of relief funding
Oh
to
yeah,
go build the other
the
wall.
FEMA aid.
Yeah, the motherfucker pulled like
Oh,
155 million
are y'all building
just
a levee?
before, bro. A levee.
I'm talking
What?
about y'all. Yeah, y'all building a levee?
We don't have a dam. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
The
I don't
levee,
know. I
the
don't know what the
levees connect the dams, and the levees pop. That's what happened, and that's why Katrina happened.
That's why Katrina happened. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell y'all building.
I
How
mean,
y'all
I'm
building a
sure
Okay,
sea?
there's
What is a
some kind
what
of.
the New York Sea wall is they're building a wall under water. It's like a thick ass wall
Oh,
that literally just it makes like high tides and shit like that harder because it literally has a big ass piece of something in the way to slow it down.
mm,
From my understanding, that's all it is. I don't even think it's gonna even come above the surface at all either. It stays completely
okay.
underwater. It's just something that it's just walls of like, of just like concrete, whatever the fuck, just to like give waves and all that stuff a harder time
That shit gonna corrode.
and just force it to go elsewhere.
I feel that though.
Yeah. I mean, it'll probably corrode, but the Brooklyn Bridge has been there since like ever. So shit like
Like
that takes a while.
100+ years. I
Yeah.
forget how old it is exactly.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll work. Who knows? But yeah, this nigga Trump wilding like always. I guess that's not new. He pulled all that funding out of the relief stuff just before hurricane season. Like he just is like, all right, fuck it,
Yoink.
Like, he's like, all right, yeah, like fuck it. He pulled that money and then threw it into the ICE thing, which is like projected to allow them to have like 50,000 more captives. You know what I mean? Or detainees in their concentration camps. I mean, bro, that's what it is.
It's terrible.
Like, if the internet wasn't a thing, those niggas would be getting experimented on. I'm sorry.
The Tuskegee Airmen too.
Exactly. It's just the fact that the internet's a thing and there's people constantly posting pictures of everybody there. It's like, all right, fuck. Like, we can't poke them in the eyeballs with dye to see if we can change the color of their eyeballs. Damn it. Like, just holding them there, just giving them a rough time. My question is this, though. Is immigration slowing, is illegal immigration slowing down because of this?
Because of this, I have no idea, but I think last I
I
heard
want
that
to see,
the flow of immigrants was going backward
like,
in recent times.
cause I want to see like if this is even scaring like anybody coming from south of the border. Like if they're just like, I don't give a fuck, detain me.
mean,
Like,
Like
you
when
know
you
what I
have
mean?
like 1 billion murders in Mexico City every day, like I'm sure somebody's like, "Oh, a fucking camp." Like, fuck it, dude. I don't give a
Fuck it.
shit.
I ain't never been to day camp.
Like, yeah, it's difficult to be in
Fuck
like
it,
the
Holmes.
mindset
I
of
ain't never
somebody
went.
who's like in a situation so shit that like
Yeah.
taking a fucking journey through several countries on foot to sneak into another country that you don't speak the language of and don't know anybody there is like, holy fuck. Like, it must have been real bad over there.
True.
Niggas leaving
True
El
facts.
Salvador and shit. Yeah, definitely.
True facts.
Yeah, like people on boats just made out of like fucking corn husks and shit, just drowning in the ocean. Like, huh? And then the next guy's like, "I'm gonna make the trip. I'm gonna try."
Yeah. Speaking of drowning in the ocean, NASA fucking they had to like move this rocket. The only reason I'm mentioning this is because the shit was like I didn't really realize how like heavy rockets were. Like the shit was like 55 million pounds or some bullshit, some crazy ass number. I was like, what the fuck?
Was it?
Shit that thick? Like, cause like they had a rocket out in Florida, just chilling,
How many
doing this
pounds?
thing, getting ready. I just said 55 million. I'm gonna double check it.
Yeah, the standard 55 million for when you don't know how heavy something real heavy is.
Yeah, obviously.
Heavier
Something
than heavy.
phallic and heavy has to be about 55 million pounds. But
Jesus.
yeah, and the way that they move them, like they kind of just put on this like thing, or I imagine it like it stays on this like conveyor belt thing, and what it had. Well, no, it's not really like a conveyor belt. It's like
It's
a
like a
launch
little
pad,
dolly
but it
thing, isn't it?
has yeah, but it's like a dolly because it has tank
It's like,
tracks.
yeah, it has tank treads on it,
Mm-hmm.
and it
They
just
can
like,
just go wherever it needs to go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
It was 10.5 million pounds. And,
Holy fuck!
and they moved this shit into this like building that has like no windows and shit.
Oh
Just to
no!
like, and apparently that building's like dummies like probably like it's
Secure?
probably like nuke proof, honestly.
Wait, is it because of Dorian that they moved this?
Yeah, nigga, they were like, we're not losing our rocket. The
I
fucking
mean,
storm.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Where
like,
is this
fuck
rocket
that.
going?
I don't know what they're
Space.
doing with it, but I'd imagine space.
Yeah.
Or I
I mean,
mean,
but why hasn't it been sent off yet? Oh my
cause bro,
goodness!
they build the shit outside and stuff, and
You
they
know
was
what's
in the middle
crazy?
of doing stuff with it. So yeah, they
It's
had
a
to
bit
move it.
it's a bit upsetting, man. Do like rocket launches still fail like a bunch of times?
Not a bunch of
Uh,
times, but they fail.
I'm sure they
I'm
fail
pretty
maybe
sure.
in other countries that are trying, but I haven't heard of like a rocket exploding. That seems pretty unlikely
Yeah,
to just like slip by.
I think now they're just very very good at like simulating all outcomes and making sure that the math is right and making sure that the shit doesn't turn into a multi-million-dollar
Because
waste.
like I forgot why the Challenger exploded, but that was in like the 70s or 60s or something. Or I actually don't know. But that was a long while ago. I don't think
Plus,
rockets are blowing up without us noticing.
plus a big thing too is that like rocket launchers don't happen that frequently, from my understanding, and a
It
and a, and a big issue is that because it's just like the switching between presidents. Each president kind of like
doesn't give a fuck about NASA, basically.
doesn't really give a fuck about what NASA was doing before. The thing is, every time the fucking the belt switches over to someone else, the presidential belt, it's that president kind of pushes for NASA to do a completely different thing. And they're like, bro, and like it takes a very long time to like design a mission to do this or that. And then all of a sudden, so like let's say during Obama's whole thing, Obama's like, we need Mars. And then or like we need to do more on the moon, right? And then Trump comes along and he's like, man, fuck the moon. I want Mars. So then they just have to just throw all that shit out. Well, not throw it out, but it's like, all right, put all that on the back burner, starting from zero for some like, for some like Mars stuff. From my understanding, that's like kind of what holds NASA back in some ways. Like they're kind of getting pulled in different directions before they can even get shit done.
Mm.
But yeah, I think more so now too. They just send a lot of like drone type of stuff up into space. Manned missions are less necessary, less frequent, and I think it also requires some smaller rockets. And if a unmanned like rocket fails, who gives a fuck? Other than people
Mm.
who want to complain about money being wasted.
I will. I will
It's when
say.
like four national heroes like, yeah, I'm going to space, and then their country asses just land in the ocean as like burning carcasses. So
I will say that Elon Musk's. Now that we're talking about rockets, his rockets that were able to be redirected toward the Earth and then refueled. That's pretty cool. Good
yeah.
on him for that. That's neat. Tesla's a shit car though and stupid, and
Oh my!
every other idea he has is also dumb and stupid. But
You need
that
to love
rocket,
Elon, man.
that rocket was actually pretty dope. The fact that it went back and down. But just wait, because Bezos has Blue Origin, and his rockets are gonna eat the shit out of Elon's rockets. Bezos is.
Bezos's eyes bother me because one is like squinched.
It's because he sees everything.
Nah, I think his girl punched him in his fucking face,
He's got the Amazon eye.
and she taking his money. She gangster for that. She gonna fuck the nigga eye up permanently and take his money. That's a bad bitch. So, oh, back to Trump. Didn't this nigga say some shit about nuking a hurricane?
I don't know if it's actually true, but it's bad that it's plausible that he said that in the first place.
Exactly. Wait, Josh, did he say it? Because I think you said something about like,
Honestly, I read that he said it, but
oh my god.
I read that he had said it but I can't be 100%. My source was Twitter, which is the best app in the world, but I couldn't put my finger on it, bro. Be 100 with you.
Yeah,
Nuke the hurricane.
I don't know, but yeah, bad idea, I guess, if anybody. Because I mean, I'm sure people have thought about it before. They think nukes are powerful, and they're explosives. So why not like nuke a natural disaster like a hurricane or a tornado? But uh, hurricanes and tornadoes are many times more powerful than nukes. And also, why would you fling all that fallout everywhere?
That's the thing. It's like, bro, they can't just be flinging nukes around.
I mean, if we
That
shot every
fallout is
nuke in the
going
world,
everywhere. Like, what are you talking about? That fallout will be everywhere.
if we shot
Like,
every nuke in the
especially
world,
too
like we
when the
might
winds go
make the
extra crazy.
yeah, like we might
Oh,
make the hurricane like jiggle a little, maybe if we shot everything at once. But yeah,
people need to be stopped from thinking.
I
Or
mean,
maybe they need to be encouraged to think more. I don't know.
they're need questions. Like I like people when people have like these what if things because sometimes they're interesting. Like how much energy would it take to blow up the planet? It's like, well, let's do some calculations,
That's
space
different than,
cadets.
but that's different than a toxic bomb. That's literally what a nuke is. It's like, but like it's like it just so happens to be our hardest hitting bomb as well. But it's also just like irradiated energy for everyone. Like nukes are just never the answer unless aliens are coming.
I don't know. Nukes might be the answer versus some other countries.
Like Russia. I don't want to nuke them.
No, not just Russia.
I
A
want
lot
to.
of a lot of countries are enemies. What if there's a World War III?
Then nukes should not be pulled in under any circumstance.
I remember there was a question in the Democratic or the Democrats debate. It was
Uh
like,
huh.
should we get rid of the U.S. Oh, or should we implement a first strike policy for the U.S.? The U.S. will vow never to use nuclear weapons first, and there was some division on it. It's pretty interesting. Um, I personally think no, a nuke should
Yeah.
always be on the table firsthand. But then again, that means no chance of a false positive, or at least less chance of a false positive. But on the other hand, who the fuck's going to believe that anyway? If the U.S. says it's going to do something, I don't know.
Yeah, that too. Like in a situation like that, I I, I would say proclaim it. We would never. But if it comes to it, nigga, just do what you want to do. Like who gonna stop you? You know what I mean? Like you know, you just say whatever. Yeah. But nukes not cute. They're not cute. Also, the nigga like tweeted some like classified image. It was like something Trump, by the way, I'm still talking about. It was something where apparently there was a satellite launch that didn't go well for Iran, and there was rumors that the US was involved in sabotaging their shit. And Trump tweeted out satellite imaging of the failed launch, I believe, that the US got. And there were images that were released to the public, but the images that he released were a higher quality and I think had notes on them. Which is
Hmm.
like, nigga, did this shit come from the war room? Like, what are you doing? This nigga
Man,
pulled his phone out in the war room, took a picture with the flash, and I was like, I have to tweet this. And I'm like, wait, yo, stop.
he don't care, man.
Yeah, I mean,
He don't care no
yeah,
more.
yeah,
I haven't seen this, but if it did happen, it's strategic. This is a fourth dimensional chess move, just like every other move.
I just find it funny. That's all. Just like, all right, yeah, that shit's
I
just
mean,
funny. He's not gonna give a fuck.
Putin did the same damn thing, though, didn't he? Telling us about the rockets. Come on now.
Yeah,
He gotta he
just
gotta
keeping
he
shit
gotta keep up with
transparent.
his homie.
Yeah. Um. So I think we talked about the Amazon burning before, but there's a little nuance about it that I kind of wanted to mention that was kind of like brought to light from an episode of the Daily Podcast by the New York Times that I listened
Mm-hmm.
to, and like that little nuance of the whole Amazon rainforest burning thing is that, for one, everyone in the world is looking at it like, yo, you guys aren't doing enough, blah, 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 this resource, the Amazon, the lungs of the world, the lungs of the world. But when it really comes down to it, that's not our fucking land. That's not our country, nigga. We don't get to tell Brazil what to do with their forests. They can literally burn the whole bitch down. And that's like telling the US they can't build like malls in Yellowstone Park.
That's true.
I mean, US shouldn't build malls at all. Nobody goes to malls.
You know, so it's like that's like that was like brought up in the podcast. Not that the podcast was saying that they kind of subscribe to the idea, but that's where I think the president, I think he's the president of Brazil is coming from. He's like, yo, fuck all y'all niggas, all y'all European niggas, all y'all telling me what to do. Fuck y'all. What are you talking about? This is my country. This is our country. We're gonna do what we want with our land. This isn't yours. This is Brazil. The Amazon rainforest is ours. It's not the world's resource. Since when?
I mean,
it could be yours if you want to buy some of this land. Where's the money? Like,
I mean, I guess there could be some kind of argument about US interventionism, but when it comes down to affecting the entire planet, I think that one specific country can go fuck itself. Whatever it's trying to do.
That was going to lead me to my next thing, where I was like, see, this is the type of time when the US needs to just full-fledged bully this country. Like, not get the fuck out of the middle. I mean, of course, like the whole Middle East thing and all that is like, we're so far in, we kind of can't just like pull out 100%. We're kind of committed to that. But this Brazil thing is like, yo, well, why are we not sending troops over there right now? Like, okay, fine. You don't want to say rainforest, we're taking it. I don't give a fuck. Invade. It's for the sake of the planet. It's bigger than Brazil.
Yeah.
And also
probably
like,
actually pop off World War III.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Honestly,
I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
That's what I felt.
I'm gonna be with the other people that's on the other side saying we still got the taiga, which actually gives more oxygen than the rainforest.
Oh, I thought you were with the taiga?
Yeah, it's 2/3 of oxygen.
I thought you were talking about the fucking guy taiga for a second.
No. The taiga, the forest, the taiga forest.
How is taiga gonna offset the Amazon?
Nah.
T-Raw. balls.
Not taiga. Not got his girl stolen by Travis Scott. Not that taiga, no. I'm talking about the taiga, as in the forest, the taiga. That which gives 2/3 of our oxygen. Still got the taiga.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck Brazil.
We're not dead into the taiga. I mean, the taiga's burning right now. That's what they need to go take care of.
But the taiga's burning too?
The taiga been on fire for a little bit here. Nobody said shit about
in the
it.
Arctic?
The taiga?
Yeah.
Is the taiga in the Arctic?
Yeah, it's like in Russia, right?
It's in Russia, yeah.
Russia and Canada.
Or like, yeah.
That's like Siberia, Russia, and Canada.
Also, I heard somebody saying that it's better probably to say that instead of the Amazon rainforest is burning, that it is being burned. I think that's a pretty important distinction that I think a lot of places.
It's burning at this point because the fire got out of control. Like,
yeah.
Stop it, but they can't. Like that's how they.
We need to look at ourselves first.
But the thing about this, Josh, is that while we're looking at ourselves and trying to figure our shit out, the world around us will literally just be irreversibly damaged.
But that's what I'm saying. No, that's why I said that's the reason that taiga's burning, because we got emissions. It's getting hot. They don't get the cold it needs yearly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we fucking up.
And we getting them emissions because fucking Amazon rainforest is burning.
Well, now that's adding to the emission. But that's fairly new. That's fairly new.
I felt for a good while now that what's going to be the next, like the cause of the next Great War will probably be something along the lines of just like this whole planetary like destruction shit, where there's going to be countries who are like, all right, no more. We have to save this shit now. Whoever doesn't want it could get the smoke. And then there's going to be the other countries down on the side of like, nigga, we trying to get that bread. Fuck the planet. And it's just going to come down to that.
I think it's going to come after that. I think that if there was going to be a third big war. It's gonna be
It'll
over
be
actual.
when like the Armageddon hits. And, like,
It'll
no one
be when
has anything.
when there are resources that places want, and there's just like annexations of fucking Canada or whatever, and we
Mhm.
and places are just like, hey, this is our land, and they go, that's cool, but the British Empire's back, motherfuckers, and we're taking over France.
We've come to collect.
Yeah.
That's why, bro. Once they take back over, the world gets better, man. I'm telling you.
Britain?
Yep.
Your black ass. What's wrong with you?
I'll be surprised if they exist after fucking Brexit goes through.
Brexit,
But
yeah,
good.
no Brexit.
Brexit,
With
hey,
that,
Brexit, y'all
with
think
that
this shit is
Boris
sweet, man.
nigga.
I'm telling you.
With that Boris
Another,
nigga.
another.
Yo, that nigga Boris is wilding right now. So you gotta say his name. You got Boris. Bro, he's wilding. I forgot what he's
He
doing
requested
some
that
whole thing where he's
he
not
requested
allowing
that the
like Parliament or whatever.
he requested that the Queen
Queen.
suspend Parliament during the voting for Brexit. I
Yeah,
mean, which is
yeah.
a formality for her, because if she says no, then some real shit happens where basically
Yeah.
the figurehead monarch becomes like an actual monarch. But yeah,
See, I'm telling y'all, bro.
Boris.
Y'all think this shit is a joke, bro. Brexit is this high secret plan by Britain. They're gonna pull up.
to tank their economy. Nice.
No, they're not gonna tank their economy. They still, y'all gonna be wondering after a couple years, like they're gonna be quiet for a few years. You're gonna be wondering why the pound is still up there kicking ass. Then y'all niggas gonna be like, what do we do? This Brexit shit ain't stopping them. Then out of nowhere, it's gonna be all these armadas pulling up. They gonna have planes just flying over everything. They gonna have, bro. It's gonna go crazy.
This is
You gotta stop conspiracy, nigga. Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna wrap this episode up here, y'all. We'll catch you later. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
What do you mean? Conspiracy's lit.
No.